Dr. Gene Whelan. Dr. Gene Whelan, a member of the 1976 U.S. Olympic team and the 1975 Pan American gold medal team. He first competed for the University of Massachusetts and then for Penn State University, where he earned a bachelor's degree in civil engineering in 1977. While at Penn State, Whelan was All-American in 1974 and 76 and won the 1976 Nissen Award. Gene was an international master of sport from 1974 through 77. He earned a master's degree in mechanics and hydraulics from the University of Iowa in 1980 and holds a doctorate in civil and environmental engineering from Utah State University. Whelan now makes his home in Richland, Washington. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Gene Whelan.
Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Who would ever have thought that a guy on food stamps in 1971 would be here today? I don't know. There's a lot more deserving people out here than me, and I'm forever thankful for this. And so I would like to just tell you some of those people, and I would like to honor them and thank them. When I was in high school doing gymnastics, with a name like Gene and the uniform being tight white pants and suspenders, you develop a lot of character growing up in the rural state of New Hampshire. And, we have one coach in a 50-mile radius, and luckily Jack Jablonski and his wife Linda are here, and my brother and I, Jay, my identical twin brother, we used to call him up every single day to say, you can come down to the YMCA to coach us twice a week, 2 hours a day, and we badgered him so much, and he came down and coached us. And I wasn't very good, but my brother turned out to be a junior Olympic champion at the time, and he learned a lot from Jack. The thing I did learn from Jack, which I will never forget, is I love going into the gym. He taught me to love gymnastics, the smell of chalk, the feel of the equipment, and even today I remember that, and I'll never forget that. Thank you, Jack. I wasn't a real good gymnast, and I went to the University of Massachusetts, and I was so bad that in 1972 I couldn't even make the freshman gymnastics team. And then my future wife, Heidi, who we celebrated our 36th year anniversary on July 2nd, the women's team at UMass, he hasn't divorced me yet, the women's team at UMass won the national championship. And I thought, wow, if they can win it, why can't we? So I used to come in and I used to work out, and an hour or two after workout I would hang around, and a guy by the name of Eric Kelson, head coach at UMass at the time, came in, and he worked with me every hour and 2 hours afterwards, and spent a lot of his free time with me, and I greatly appreciated that. I was also lucky enough to have Tom Dunn he's a head coach at University of Iowa. He was my coach at UMass and at Penn State, where he was the coach of the year at Penn State, and Gene Whetstone. And Tom is a quiet guy. He doesn't get a lot of recognition. He just works hard behind the scenes. A great coach, a great human being. Give Debbie my love, Tom. Thanks for coming out here. Also, John Culbertson, some of you might know him as a judge, and he was the program director at Woodward Camp, and I spent many summers training at Woodward Camp, and he coached me and judged me during the summers and prepared me for international meets, and I appreciate it. My brother and I still consider him the best judge to come out of the my brother will do anything to change this and mess it up. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate it. This is great. Again, Eric Kelson, I'd like to thank him, and again, came in after workouts to work with me one-on-one, taught me gymnastics. As Ed Isabel did the same thing when I was at Penn State. Came in after we worked out all day, and then I'd hang around afterwards, and there's nobody in the gym, and he'd come in and he'd work with me 1 to 2 hours. Those who know Ed, he owned Woodward Camp, and Bruno Klaus honored me by having me at his camp in Pennsylvania at the same time, and helped me and trained me with gymnastics also. I was very, very lucky in the fact that Ed Isabel in 1971 let me come to Woodward Camp, and there you go, Jed. That was Bruno. Ed Isabel let me work there.
May I have your attention, please? This is the emergency organization chief. The alarm on your floor has been investigated and has been determined to be a false alarm. No further action is required on your part. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Good. I had an arrangement with Ed Isabel in 1971. He didn't know me from Adam, and he said I could come to work out at Woodward Camp during the summer 3 times a day if I fixed all the toilets and cleaned the bathrooms at the camp, and I got to pick up the garbage. And I thought, what a deal. So I'll tell you, by the end of the summer, I was the best plumber at fixing toilets, and Francis Allen can probably tell you I was a dang good plumber. And but the best part was I was picking up the garbage, because I get to drive this big old tractor, collect the garbage, drive it up to this big pit, drop the garbage in, get a 5-gallon container of gasoline, pour it on the garbage, and we got to blow it up every day. And the nice thing is that, or the worst thing is that you never have explosives and college kids together. It's just not a good mix. Anyways, I went on to Penn State, and I was very, very lucky to have one of the great coaches. That was Gene Whetstone, be my coach there. And the funny thing is, after I transferred to Penn State, my brother and I were working out, and he said, "Hey, how is it having Coach Whetstone as your coach?" And I was there for about 4 months, and I said, "Jay, I can't figure this guy out. Either he's a genius or he's an idiot, but I can't figure him out at all." 4 months later, we got together and we were working out, and he said, "Well, how's Coach Whetstone doing?" And he had a big Cheshire grin on his face, and I said, "Jay, Whetstone's a genius. He is a genius. He is technically very, very astute in the mechanics of gymnastics, great sense of humor for those who know him, and very, very well organized. I was very lucky to have him as a coach." There are 2 other coaches I would like to thank, because they had a profound influence on me. They both let me in, welcomed me into their gym. They took time away from their gymnasts, which were much more talented than I ever was, and they worked with me one-on-one. They made me feel like one of their own gymnasts. One is A.B. Grosfeld from Southern Connecticut State College. The other one is Fred Turoff from Temple University. And they allowed me in their gym, even though they had known that I had gone over to the dark side, that is a transfer to Penn State. And I loved going down to Temple University to train at Temple with Freddie, because Freddie was living with Harry at the time, and it was Simon and Garfunkel, for those who knew Harry, and they lived on North Broad Street, and my brother and I would go there and stay with them, and it was great because at night we'd go out for a burger, and it was always exciting because we never knew whether we were going to make it back alive, because Temple University, where it's situated, is a challenging place to live at the time. Finally, I'd like to thank the best coach I ever had, the fiercest competitor I ever had, my best friend, and the guy who probably should be up here instead of me, is my brother, Jay.